Good evening, everyone. This is the second edition of the President's News. It's the 8th of April. Welcoming you all here to the clubhouse. A lot of the members from overseas have said how much they enjoy seeing the clubhouse again, so let me turn the camera around so that we can get a good look. So here it is, still in all its glory. I've been getting a little bit lonely down the clubhouse, so I thought what we might do is invite a few guests down to the clubhouse. So hopefully you can identify who's with me in the clubhouse tonight. Some are probably more easy to spot than others. Some you might need to know a little bit of club folklore, and for some of it you may need to solve a few puzzles to work out who these people are. But they're all club members, people that I would love to have with me on a Wednesday night, and I'm looking forward to everyone else coming back down here. But anyway, without further ado, let's kick off President's News. I don't have Luna here tonight, so I have to do this myself. Good evening, everybody. And I hope you're saying good evening, Mr. President. You'll see I've invested in a light. I'm not sure if this is going to stay because it looks a bit full on, but we'll see. So, what's happened this week? Well, this is the week that we got Stan and Liz Ridgewell back home safe, so we're very glad that they're back with us. I hope they're watching. I have a wave from Mike Peel. Hi Mike, how are you doing? Looking forward to catching up with you guys later on Zoom. There's a few Zoom Wednesday nights happening as well around. I hope you have your own little Zoom group, but that's a great way to catch up with people. I certainly enjoyed that last week with the people I caught up with. And just so everyone knows, I am keeping a record in the book for who's attending Wednesday nights as well, so trying to keep that tradition going. But also the great news with Stan getting back is that he'll now have more stories to tell us other than the one about the pigeon at Millwall. He can now tell us about the seagull in Santiago, the albatross in Argentina. So everyone really looking forward to that, but really glad you're both home safe. And talking about members far and wide that have got in touch, we received a message this week from Rod and Chris Barker over in Auckland saying how much they've enjoyed being able to accompany President's News from the other side of the world. So good morning to you guys. Hope you catch this either on the live stream or of course on YouTube afterwards, because we are adding these films and other films to the YouTube channel as well, just to keep everyone in touch. The other message I got this week was a wonderful card from past President Alison Brand, who's down in Hampshire with Colin. So wishing you both well, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon as well. So on to club matters. This week saw the launch of two events. We had Richard Holt's Living Room Athletics. Really encourage you all to give this a go. There's a few families already tried it. It's certainly something you can do as a family. I know that the Platts, the Furlers and the Hortons have given it a go. Richard has put together 8 testing events, but they're not so testing that everyone can't give it a try. And I can assure you that you won't be last in this challenge, because Paul Ostrich has already entered and I can see how bad his score is. So, really enter that with confidence. You won't be last, I assure you. And then in addition to that, we've had the launch of the BBHAC Garden Mile. You've probably seen the film up on social media. This is an initiative put together by Steve Evenden. He's already submitted a film of his Garden Mile. And this afternoon I was pleased to see that past President Steve Hollingdale also gave it a go. Really enjoying seeing where you're running your mile, what you're wearing. Put your films up on social media. Let's stay in touch. Put them up on the Facebook group. It's a great way of sharing what we're all doing. We're all in a tough situation together, but we need that camaraderie. We need that companionship with each other. But also, it's a really fascinating record that we're going to have of what happened. How did we get through 2020? Because this is such a contrasting year after the wonderful celebratory year of the 150th. So definitely keep those films coming. Nick Brooks is going to collate those mile times. I think it's a really fascinating challenge because obviously it's going to be a good leveler. There'll obviously be obstacles as well. I've seen there's been a few goalposts in people's gardens and so on and so forth. So definitely give the garden mile a go. Just on to, the competition activities that is going to occur beyond the lockdown, hopefully when things get back to normal. We've seen that there is a date been set down for the British Championships in Manchester in August. So hopefully that's a good sign, a positive sign. But we are, as I said last week, working on trophy meetings. It's really important that the clubs that compete against Blackheath and Bromley on a regular basis don't lose that losing feeling. And I know that they are concerned about it, so that's why they're keen to get involved in these trophy meetings as well. The barrier that we probably are facing, and one that we need to tackle early if we're going to make these meetings a success, is that Blackheath and Bromley place a great reliance on the terrific officials that we have, a lot of whom are over 70 years of age. So it would be great to get people involved in being an official. We had a great response to our appeal to people to get interested in coaching and some of the online coaching webinars. The great thing about being an official, I would say, is that you don't have to commit probably quite as much time, throughout the week. This is something that occurs, on the weekends generally, obviously committing a day to it. But it really is a fantastic thing to get involved in. Mark Purser, who a lot of you will know as one of the people that starts, he's a starter of the athletics meetings, and he runs our open meetings as well and puts those together so well. He has offered to host a Zoom chat with anyone that's interested in seeing what being an official is all about. So that's a great initiative for him, and we're really appreciative of that. And while we're on the subject of film, did you all catch the social distancing film that I promised last week? It was great to see the variety of people in that film. A lot of the young athletes sending in their contributions, but I saw a couple of parents in there as well. There's some very, very funny antics. And I have to say, it's the only time I've seen Miles Xavier actually put down his own mobile phone other than when he's competing. So that is, again, a momentous thing to watch if you get a chance, because you won't see that very, very often. The social media channels are a great way of recording life as we're experiencing it. So don't be frightened. Please contribute. Stan has shown the way. It was great keeping up with what was going on with him and Liz over the other side of the world. These are great places to share with everybody. Keep in touch. We don't want anybody feeling isolated at all. It's really important at this time. So do use those channels to reach out. But also, if you're spending your time enjoying putting together content, or you'd like to experiment and experience it, we've got a number of channels going now. Obviously, Mike's website is fantastic, but we also have a YouTube channel. We have TikTok, if you like to do little quick, interesting segues for like 10 seconds or so. We have Instagram, we have Twitter. There's lots of ways that you can express yourself and really be a part of what's going on in the club at the moment. The virtual road relays, which we mentioned last week, have been a massive success for the country. Over 5,000 competitors. Blackheath and Bromley had 33 competitors in that competition. That's still going on today, so I can't bring you the results, but I did want to have a special shout out to Sabrina and Lara Manes and to Caris Firth, who are running as non-scores, because they're some of our junior athletes, and I think it's great club spirit to enter an event like that, and really glad to see you up there in the starting lines with our other senior athletes. So thank you very much for getting involved in that. So that's really most of the news. Finally, before I sign off, two announcements that I just wanted to make for this week. The first one is to Malcolm and Maureen Scopes. They help us so much with the travel for the junior athletes going across to Europe. And Malcolm also has taken his coaching badge as well, or his coaching course. They celebrated 30 years of marriage this week, so congratulations to them. In fact, 12 years of those didn't involve Grace Scopes as well. So, another cause for celebration, I think you'll find. The rest of the marriage has seemed a bit of an eternity, but they're cracking through. And then finally, happy birthday to my boy Coleman Corrie, who was 19 yesterday. And just to clarify one thing for Coleman, the presidency is not hereditary. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. That was your President's News. Thanks for coming. I'm going to close it off now. And as I say, stay safe with your families. We'll catch up next week. It's great to have you here. Thanks for accompanying us on Wednesday night. And get off and get on Zoom and go and have a Wednesday night with some of your friends. I'm certainly going to. See you soon. Bye.